I'd like to thank you all for having us here today. My name is Shannon Rich, and I am the Vice President of the Junior Medical Reserve Corps.
And I am Glory Bennett, the President of the Medical Reserve Corps.
We are here today to talk to you about what we're doing, what we're instilling in our 6th and 7th graders of Flagler County, and sort of our educational take on what's going on, our prevention methods for this grave concern we have right now.
And before anything else, we would like to tell you guys a little bit more about ourselves. We are the Junior Medical Reserve Corps, JMRC, which is an organization of high school students who aim to raise awareness of different public health and social issues. And as a youth-led organization, we would like to focus our projects towards the youth. And some of our projects include Christmas Angels and Corps-Flagler. And for tonight, we're going to show you guys about the Skills Project, which is our prescription drug awareness project. The Skills Project is actually a project to address a growing concern. Flagler County has one of the highest prescription drug abuse rates in Florida. And as Sharon Fleming and Mrs. Townsend has informed us, the prevalence of this issue becomes younger and younger. The significance of the issue becomes more and more significant to the younger generation.
The initiative, in cooperation with the Flagler School Student Services and the Adult Medical Reserve Corps, we are working to educate the 6th and 7th graders about prescription drugs through a presentation that has been prepared by students, pharmacy students at the University of Florida.
And these are just some of the pictures that we've had. This is last year. We were at Belch Elementary School presenting about prescription drugs.
And like Ms. Townsend said earlier, we just kicked off our project today for the spring of 2012. Other pictures of our interactive activity, colored candy activity at the end, which you all will be able to participate in.
So the presentation includes informing the students of issues such as accessibility and misconceptions. Earlier there was a question about how these addicts or these young people can easily access prescription drugs. Actually, a lot of kids can easily get them from their parents' medicine cabinets or their grandparents' medicine cabinets, even from the streets. And the other issue that we address is misconceptions, how a lot of people or younger kids misunderstand the danger of prescription drugs. Even though prescription drugs are claimed as legal, they try to substitute the legal drugs to illegal drugs, which in actuality is not really safe.
And on that same idea of big misconceptions, it's also a big misconception definitely about what exactly makes a legal prescribed drug illegal. And for most of the kids, they don't understand, they never knew that it can actually be illegal just taking half of your mom's Percocet or something like that your mom gives to you that she had left over from when she was prescribed it just because you have a headache. And that is actually illegal, and that she can face charges for that, and you can get in trouble for that. And so we really stress the 3 components of making a drug illegal: the wrong dosage, selling, and taking it when it's not yours. And here are some examples of the slides we use. On the left-hand side, we have a couple statistics. 2007, the amount of non-medical use among 12th graders of pain relievers such as Vicodin, 9.6 reported, and 5.2 reported using OxyContin. We really try to drive home the situation that we are, as representing the high school, we are 12th graders, seniors, and we're not drug users, we're not prescription drug abusers. We really like to instill in the kids that they have the potential of making good decisions, and they are fully capable of making them, just like we have over these past years, avoiding that peer pressure. And we hope to help them and guide them into making proper decisions when they get to be our age. On the right-hand side, we have an example of a slide where we have a series of questions, just what legal drug causes the same effect as crystal meth cocaine, and then a list of the symptoms, and then the Adderall would actually be covered up, and then they would have the chance to guess. And then they are able to see that cocaine has the same effect as the legal prescribed drug Adderall, which is treatment for ADHD.
And we also stress the importance of having your own personal perspective towards the presentation. This allows us to have a greater emotional connection towards the students, and with the emotional connection, they will be able to remember all the information that we're going to give them during the presentation. The issue is actually a very significant issue for me since my mother's life as a pharmacist, she's a pharmacist, is endangered by a prescription drug addict at gunpoint. And so by relaying that story, they're able to see how prescription drugs is powerful enough to push you towards the boundary of doing the unthinkable. And then we also asked our students, who is Generation RX? Who are the people who are greatly affected by this issue? And so some of the students bring up certain celebrities, popular culture, whose lives are claimed by prescription drugs, such as Elvis Presley and recently Whitney Houston, and some athletes who abuse steroids. And then I told them that Generation RX is us. We are the most vulnerable group of people to this issue.
And then this slide is actually what this whole PowerPoint originated from. One of the team members who worked in creating this presentation is related to this young man on the left-hand side and on the right, Kyle Hall, and he actually died 5 months after his high school graduation from prescription drug overdose. It was a one-time deal, and it took his life. And we also really worked to drive home the point that it could be that one-time deal. You know, a lot of kids can get away with just having that fun experience, but in some cases, that one fun experience can take somebody's life, a family member, a friend, anyone, somebody really close to home, and we really are working our hardest to try to prevent this, especially after this. He just got his high school graduation diploma. He's not even going to college, so. And then you all have a little pack of Skittles in your bag. We're going to pretend that you are our students and that we're conducting this presentation in front of you like we would normally.
Do you want to do this?
I have to take pictures of it.
Everybody ready? All right.
This is crazy.
Okay, so we're going to initiate our farm party. And this is when I would tell the kids what exactly is a farm party. And farm meaning P-H-A-R-M, as pharmaceutical drug party, where everybody places their drugs, everybody's invited, and they all bring their own prescription drugs that they find laying around their house, and everybody puts it in a bucket and passes it around to each individual until it's gone. So we're going to start off with the red. Everybody take out your red Skittle and eat it.
What is red?
Now let's find out what we just took. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, so everybody that took out their red and ate it, you will find out what you just took. Kool-Aid. Now, for those of you who don't know, oops, you are now going to be excusing yourself to sit on the toilet for the remainder of the party.
So not cool. While you're partying, you're doing your business at the toilet.
Yeah, not fun.
And the next one we have orange. Everyone take your orange. If you have 3, just take 1. And orange are amphetamines, which is a stimulant. So while you're doing your business in the bathroom, your heart is racing.
Then the next one is yellow and orange. And at this point, I would then ask the students, all right, so remind me, what drugs have we just taken? Corps-Flagler, Kool-Aid, which is the red, and then we took amphetamines, which is the orange. And so that means we're sitting on the toilet, and Very good. Our heart is racing. You guys are good. So now we've just taken Xanax and Adderall. Xanax and Adderall, one's an upper and one's a downer, kind of in between there, and it makes a mess of the mind and could potentially prove fatal in some cases. So we've got all these abundance of drugs in our systems.
And the next one we have green. Please take your green. And what is green? Oxycodone. So a painkiller. So while you're not in pain, and if you take a painkiller, that will constitute numbness. So while everything's going on in your body, you're numb. You're doing your business in the bathroom, your heart is racing, you're out of your mind, and then you're numb. Not fun at all. Not very cool.
Now it gets serious. Everybody with their purple Skittle, take it out, and I want to ask you to come up to the front, next to us.
Sheena.
If you have a purple one, come to the front.
They look brown. You're purple.
I'm shocked. So is this the guys against the girls? The only man in the audience.
All right. So now we're going to see what purple represents.
Oh, sorry.
And it is alcohol. So now that these individuals, as well as all the individuals in the audience, have consumed this abundance of drugs, they are now severely impaired in their judgments and have now mixed these drugs with alcohol. And I'd like to let you all know that over the weekend, these individuals attended the farm party, and on Monday they will not be in school with you. They will be dead.
Yeah, you're right, Steve. I can't have any of those.
And at some points, that part of the presentation may evoke a little bit of a giggle, but then we settle the kids down and then reinforce the severity of the situation and how real it is. And the fact that next weekend they won't be going to a farm party, they won't be going to any party, they'll be going to a funeral. And that's the most important significance that we are trying to instill in the kids, and we think this is one of the best ways by showing them that their classmates, it could have been any one of you, it was random, and they lost their lives.
Thank you so much for your participation. So the greatest impact, J.O. Mercy last year was able to educate about 1,200 6th and 7th graders about prescription drugs. And the project was actually chosen for nomination for FEMA's Youth Preparedness Award.
And I think our biggest impact and our biggest success is being able to be the older part of the youth, able to educate our younger counterpart of the youth of Flagler County in order to promote and better and educate and prepare our community for a better tomorrow.
We'd just like to tell you guys that JMRC is ever more committed in raising awareness about prescription drugs. And we would like to implore this entity, other organizations, and the community to all together cooperate and overcome this prevalent public health issue. Thank you so much and have a good night.